Okay, lesson 8 is very similar to the lessons we've been doing, only now we're taking the tables and graphing them. So we're talking about the constant of proportionality again and unit rates. And I want to just give you a definition. So a proportional relationship is defined by the ordered pairs that satisfies y equals k times x. So we talked about the constant of proportionality, and if two values are proportional, they will fit this equation. This is a constant, and in our case is positive constant. This is our x value in our chart, and this is our y value in our chart. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So if I make a chart and create some x and y's, let's pick a constant to start with. So if I'm getting paid to babysit, I might get paid $5 per hour. And we can represent this in a table with the x values being the hours we work and the y values being the money that is made. So if I'm babysitting little Johnny for 2 hours, then I'm going to take 2 and multiply it by how much I'm getting paid per hour. And notice per hour, when you hear that word per, it means the unit rate. So I'm getting paid $5 per hour. 2 times 5 gives me 10. And if you notice, it follows this. My money made is my y. The constant, or the unit rate, is k. And the x value is 2. So if I take my 2, multiply by 5, I get my 10. And it follows that form y equals kx. And I can put in a bunch of values depending on how many hours I'm going to be working. Am I babysitting all day? Am I babysitting for 6 hours? Well, then I'm going to multiply it by my constant, which is 5, and I'm going to make $30. But if I'm only babysitting for half an hour, well, I'm going to take a half, multiply it by 5, and I'm going to get $2.50. If we are to graph something like this, I'll rewrite the table here. I'm going to put some different values on here so that we have a lot of points on our graph. We can graph this on a coordinate plane. I'm going to go by ones on the bottom because my x-axis, remember, is going to be my hours worked. And my y-axis is going to be the money I'm making. And since it goes up to 30, I'm going to go by 5s. Okay. And for 1 hour, I'm going to make $5. And for 2 hours, I will make 10. 3 hours, I will make 15. 6 hours, I will make 30. And it makes sense that if I don't work at all, 0 hours, I'm going to make $0. So despite my crooked lines, what we can see arising is that these are proportional because my line starts at 0, 0. I'm not making anything if I'm not working. And it makes a straight line, and we can find the constant by multiplying. Let me get the constant is 5.